Greetings YouTube, this is Toy Customizer Wake Angel 2001 with part 1 of a commission for DeviantArt user Dark95. It's one of his characters, Necro the Shadow. Now, if Necro reminds you of that character I made for Camion a while ago, Sigma, that is because Dark95 is actually Sigma's creator, and Sigma is actually one of a series of shadow characters. And when he saw how good a job I did creating him, he wanted me to make the rest of them. So Necro started out as a super silver head, although I had to cut off the forehead locks, the ears, the nose, and the back spines, and I could have done this with almost any head now that I think about it. And then I built it back up with gigantic ears, a single big back spine, and a couple of sideburn dreads. With a paint job, it looks, well, it looks like a different version of Sigma. What do you want from me? This is Necro the Shadow. He just... a big, scary white head. Although there was one complication. It turns out that with those side spines, I wouldn't be able to reattach this to any of the bodies. So I had to fill in the original neck hole and then drill a new one in place slightly behind it. You can see I left both holes visible for this picture, but afterwards I painted the original hole white. You know, to cover it up. Very much like Sigma, the body is a supersonic with the two back spines cut off and replaced with one big one. Although the tail, instead of being a twist tie that ends with a spaded tip, this one is just one long solid tail. Because the way that Necro's tail is designed, I just wouldn't be able to make it that thin and still look good. It needed this longer, thinner, tapered look. You know, that's just how this one goes. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot with this video because the character is just very similar to Sigma in a lot of ways. Build up his forearms with those big arm warmer looking things. Although these are supersonic arms with Tails hands, one being a Tails holding thing hand, which you'll see why in a minute. Reattached to the body, they're painted green and gray as opposed to the very pink look that Sigma had. And, you know, reattach them to the body, and let's move on to the legs, which, they're supersonic legs with feet built from scratch and the giant leg warmer look. Again, a lot like Sigma. So here is the completed Necro the Shadow figure. He's very green and white and gray. I actually like the big ear look, and from a profile, that tail actually looks pretty good. Although you're going to need a pretty deep display to you know, deep shelf to display this. And he does come with an accessory, a big nasty shadow scythe weapon made out of foam board with a plastic sheet for rigidity. And well, that's Necro the Shadow. I think he looks pretty cool. Stay tuned for more shadow characters and other things from me. Wake Angel 2001 signing off.